Hey guys, Ryan delivers you the goods here. I just thought I'd return to you tonight for this throwback movie review for season 6, episode 9. This is the follow up to the last movie I reviewed, which was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So, this is a different movie this time for the movie from 2009, Push, with Chris Evans, Dakota Fanning, and Jamon Hansun. If I'm pronouncing his name right. But overall, I'm going to discuss what I watched. Give me a second, I gotta pause the video. Sorry about that, guys. My dog did not know what she wanted to do, so she was almost coming close to sitting on the laptop, and I didn't want it affecting the audio quality. But yeah, I'm going to discuss what I watched for this hour and 51 minutes of Push and let you know my thoughts on the movie overall. So let's dive into this movie review. Yeah, the overall storyline, sorry about my yawning, of this film is very short and simple. Basically, this government agency called Division is basically snatching people that have abilities like snatchers or sniffs, shifters, bleeders, and stitchers, and movers, etc., pushers as well, but watchers as well too. So yeah, there's a lot of different abilities that some of these people have, and the one thing that I had a critique about with this film was that it was really short, but it was simple of a movie. It made it pretty simple of what the movie was going about itself. Meaning, with the premise of the story is Division is trying to find the case that's supposed to be worth $6 million, I think. So that case has got a syringe in it, but it gets revealed as you go through the rest of the movie. But overall, I think with what I've seen with Push, it's not one of my favorite films as of coming back to it, but it's not the worst film. It's decent at best. Um, I I actually have some kind of guilty pleasure. This movie's like a movie that I would say is an acquired taste to some people. It's not going to be the best film that people are going to say is mind blowing or anything. This isn't really one of those types of films. It was pretty short, and I know the ratings for this film were pretty low. But overall, I think the acting in it was pretty solid, and overall the action sequences were alright. But the overall premise of the story was a little interesting, but didn't really execute in the way that I hoped it would. So Push is an underrated film, but it's not the best film, but it is a little underrated to a degree. So, the action sequences in it are pretty solid. The bleeders part is my favorite part of the film, where they go, ah, and they start, uh, yelling so loud to where they make people's ears bleed with their deafening, screams and yelling voice and all that. So that's why they call them bleeders in the film. But overall, if I were to give Push a score, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's an average film. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this coming back to it again, because it was a very short film, and you don't get you get some interesting material with this film with certain sequences, but some of the sequences in this film don't necessarily execute pretty well, so it is a pretty much a C plus kind of film. C-rated film. So it's not the best film, but it's not the worst film in any way. So this is the movie I wanted to check out and review to you guys to give you an official take on what I think of it as of now. I don't hate this movie. I think it's not bad, but there are some issues with this film, with how the storyline's going, the plot, and the execution of the delivery of the performance of the film. So, yeah, 7.5 out of 10. At least the ending of the film ended pretty swiftly and definitely was something that was an interesting push, I guess you could say. So 7.5 out of 10 for Push. I hope you enjoyed this movie review tonight, and thank you guys for watching.